Welcome back to What Arty Noobs for General Disturbance. And yes, this is an SU-14-2, otherwise known as the school bus. It's the Tier 8 Soviet SPG, and we're on the northeast corner of Windstorm, and it's being commanded by Heimblood 76. Now, some people, when they refer to this Arty, call it the scum bus. Not a very nice word, but instead of calling it school bus, they refer to it that way. What can you say? It does have a rather big cannon, 203mm. Can do an awful lot of damage to the enemy, and I suppose if they can't cope with that sort of Arty, then they're bound to be derogatory against it. Right, he's parked up, he's ready to go, and he's now aiming for a target. Wizzy132 sitting in that little pass, doing a bit of spotting. If he comes up onto that pass, I think he will get a 203mm howitzer shell right through him. Oh, he's going to fire anyway. It landed behind, but he did pick up some stun assist. Yes, it's the 203mm B4 howitzer that this Arty carries as a top gun. It's very effective. It's got an HE damage of 1850 with a 6-meter radius in the standard shells, and just an 8.5-meter radius with the premium ammo. Very effective. Right, there was a T69. There's the T69. Right, line him up for the shot, work out where he's going. Okay, there he is, rounds out. Oh, RNG made the shell fall behind him. That's very unfortunate because that's some distance behind. And he's now got to wait for the reload to go through. And the unfortunate thing about this is that the reload can take 46 seconds with a standard crew 100%. But with BIA and other factors like vents, because you can carry vents on this Arty, it can speed it up a little. Works out at about 1.3 rounds per minute. Right, that was Wizzy132 is deserted his position, and he's now coming round up onto this hill to do a bit of spotting. It's a difficult shot because you're trying to do it over the ridge line, but he did do 274 hit points of splash damage, and he picked up some stun assist straight away. Oh, and that T69 finally went down. He was taken out by a T32, and the Wizzy132's gone out as well. Right, now, any more targets on the North Pass? Doesn't look so. If the T62A is still there, he's now facing 3 vehicles, including an SDRV-1030. And if he is down there, obviously he might get drilled by that wedge, Swedish wedge. He is hiding behind that rock. He's taking occasional shots, using the rep for cover. Looks like he's exchanging fire with a T62A on Heimblood's team, who's across the river. Right, now looking in town. No targets here. Can't see any further away either. Nobody's spotting over there. But there are a few targets on the other side of town. Not around there, but around the docks area. There's a Griller 15. There's a Batchat 12-ton and a Lurva. And it appears that he's now looking at this T10, but he's got a red line. No, you can't see the target there. Right, he's finally decided to go for that Griller. The one over at the docks. Rounds out. Oh, look at that. It missed by a long way. How could it miss that far? That is really bad. I mean, he was dialed in. He was ready to shoot, but he just didn't fall anywhere near the Griller. Still stunned him though. Okay, almost ready to take another shot. Rounds out straight away. And that one's a little closer. It landed in front of the Griller 15, so it must have done some damage. Right, there's that T10 that he was aiming at earlier. And the Batchat 155 has been spotted at the back, and he's been taken out. Round out on the T10, goes into the rear, 386 hit points and 3 critical hits. That was a good shot. Right, we've got the FB-215B, the heavy tank version, using that little alleyway road to fire on the invaders. T-62A is having a ding-dong with another T-62 and the Waffenträger auf Panzervier, and the enemy T-62's gone down. The Waffenträger's still there, and he, I'm afraid, does get the T-62, but lo and behold, a T-32 turns up and starts putting shells into him. There's a T-28 across the river. Now, Heimblood's going for him. Marking his target, rounds out. Direct hit right into the side, 540 hit points, and he stunned him. Heavy. Unfortunately, they did lose the T-30, or T-32 rather. But the STRV-103 is moving up, so he'll probably spot the Waffenträger very shortly. Right, Heimblood is indicating where he's aiming, but the FB-215B has moved up, and he's been seen, and he's just north of the maze. There's the Waffenträger auf Panzervier. Right, now, is he going to go for that one first? Probably because he can do a huge amount of damage to that. Or it lands behind him, 268 hit points and 4 critical hits. And it looks like another shot went in shortly after that. It's left the Waffenträger on only 28 hit points. Yes, the STRV-103B looks like he's going to finish him off, and he does. Right, now that just leaves the FV-215B, the heavy tank, and 2 tank destroyers. There's the 215B. Oh, that one went long as well. Terrible. It's really bad RNG because the shells aren't going anywhere near the target they've been aimed at. Right, almost reloaded. Oh no, got a bad reticle balloon just after he fired. 467 hit points though, because the shell went right into the back of the FB-215, 215, sorry. But unfortunately, they've lost the STRV-103. Lose sight of those tanks because there's nobody spotting them. T-54E1 is in the town along with the Batchat 12-ton. Now might be the opportunity for the M53-55 to move up, and I think he is moving. If he can get down to grid square A4 or thereabouts, he can provide support from a different angle. There's the 215B. So we know where he is. Now, can we get a shot into him? I think so. He probably has sixth sense because he went straight for cover, and then once he'd been seen, he pulled back only slightly just to see if he could see anything. Rounds out. Ooh. Goes long again. T-28's been spotted in the town, and the M53-55 has actually placed himself in the pass. So he's got a very good angle on all of his opponents. Halfway between them, he could actually make his way to the enemy cap now. There is nobody near the enemy cap. Right, the Batchat's going to the enemy cap. Or is he? No, he's hunting. He is hunting. And that's right, because he is a light tank, so he is supposed to be spotting. Right, he's going up on top next to the windmill. See if you can get a better eye on where the 215B and the T-28 are. Right, there's the 215B. Just coming out of the maze. Exchanging fire with the C-54. Right, unfortunately we've lost the T-54. And the 215B took a hit. He took a hit from the 12-ton, which just leaves the T-28 to kill. Now, I suspect that Heimdall thinks that the T-28's headed this way. That sounds like a reasonable suspicion. Yes, he's been proved correct. There's the 12-ton. Now let's hope that the M53 can get a shot into him from the other side of the map. He should be able to. There's no way the T-28 can get back to his cap to reset it in time. Now this is a bit risky. Very risky. Ouch, that hurts. 373 hit points gone. I said it was a bit risky. What he should have done is let the M53 do all the work. But in the end, actually, it was the Batchat 12-ton who did it. So let's have a look at the end of battle stats. Well, it was a first-class tanker for Heimblood 76 in the SU-14-2. He also picked up a Bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. He got 16 in that one. And he picked up a Confederate for hitting more of the enemy than anyone else in his team, at least 6 tanks that were subsequently destroyed by other members of his team. He did 2,779 hit points of damage, that came third. He didn't get any kills, unfortunately, which puts him way down the table there. but he did come third on base XP of 1054. He fired 13 rounds, got 3 direct hits, 3 penetration, 9 splash damage, did damage of 2,779, all at more than 300 meters. He received 1 hit and it did penetrate. He hit 7 of the enemy but didn't kill any. He also did stun assistance damage of 1,357 off 12 stuns. On a standard account, he earned 32,051 credits, and after repair and ammunition resupply, he still had 5,157 credits spare. He received base XP of 1,054, but it was times 5 for the first victory, so he actually walked away with 5,460, which is a reasonably high score. So if you enjoyed this replay, please give it a like and do subscribe to our channel, and hopefully it'll be your replay I'll be featuring in our next video.